Hey travelers! We've been living in Japan now for almost a year and a half, and we have not been back to America during that entire time. So we thought we would come up with a list of 10 things that we miss from America the most.
This is of course our own personal opinion and in no particular order. So let's get started. Number 1.
Driving! Now this obviously doesn't affect everybody because some contracts for teaching in Japan will allow you to have a car or will provide a car for you, but in our particular case we do not own a car, so getting around can be a little cumbersome sometimes, especially when it comes to grocery shopping. Because we have to carry everything, we typically only go grocery shopping like once every 2 weeks, because when we do go shopping we have to carry everything on our backs.
I remember when we were in America and we were thinking about moving to Japan. We were like, yeah, we're gonna walk everywhere, it's gonna be awesome, we're gonna get exercise, we won't have to pay for gas or insurance, we won't have to pay a car payment.
Which those things are still true.
Yes, those things are pros to not owning a car here, especially because I feel like tolls and gas and just cars in general are more expensive here anyways. But when it comes to having to transport things like groceries, it becomes an inconvenience.
Number 2.
Fall in America. This is something that I didn't really think that I would miss about America, but just the whole concept of celebrating fall in America. Pumpkin flavored drinks, apple picking, you can carve pumpkins, there's harvest festivals, corn mazes, and they don't really have those here.
Yeah, and this kind of plays into our first point, owning a car. By not owning a car, you can't go on the freeway and drive past just loads of trees changing the yellows and the reds and the oranges. They have some Japanese maples around here, especially where we live.
Yeah.
So you just don't see that expansive color like you would in like Ohio, where they have just gorgeous fall colors. So we kind of miss that.
Number 3.
Amazon Prime. This is a different one. But although Japan has their own Amazon.jp, it's just not the same as it is in America with one-click buying and next day shipping, 2 days, something like that. Unfortunately, when we buy something, especially if it doesn't ship to Japan, we have to order it, ship it to her parents or my parents, and then they have to turn around and ship it to us and then pay the extra shipping charges. It takes like 2 or 3 weeks. Sometimes it takes even longer, a month. Just having that next day shipping really take for granted. Number 4.
Snow days. I so wish that Japan honored snow days. Here, nope, you just shovel away and it has to be like a freak storm for them to give us a snow day.
Yeah, supposedly some other teachers in our program have had snow days in the past, but it was a significant amount of snow. Where we lived in Pennsylvania, sometimes if you got like, 6 inches, it was a snow day. So we had them quite a bit. So
well, there was even a time where it was supposed to snow a lot. They decided ahead of time, like the day before, we will have a snow day tomorrow. And then the next day, it didn't even snow at all.
Yeah.
But we still got the day off.
It really sucks when we see our friends on Facebook write about it, like, oh, snow day, woo! And meanwhile, we're in Japan and we'll have snow still, or more snow than they did.
Yeah.
And we don't have snow day.
Number 5.
Food and drinks. This is more particular items than it is like a whole, we're not going to say like Mexican food, we're going to say particular items.
Specific things.
Yeah. So what is one food that you miss the most from America?
Deep dish pizza. I don't even have to think about it. Deep dish pizza.
Deep dish pizza from where?
From Lumalnati's.
Lumalnati's Deep Dish Pizza in Chicago, Illinois. This is actually for both of us.
Yeah. The whole entire time that I've lived in Japan, that is the one food it's just the one food that I know I can't get here. I will never be able to find it.
We miss it when we're in America.
Yeah. What is a food that you miss from America?
I miss American cereal.
I would have to agree. I would definitely have to agree with that one.
The cereal aisle at the grocery store, not even... In America, it's called the cereal aisle. Here it's called the cereal shelf. Yeah. Here we have Frosted Flakes, Cocoa Pebbles.
Oh yeah. And granola.
And everything else. Granola. There might be one other cereal that they have. Yeah. No Life, no Kix, no Captain
honeycomb,
Crunch, no Honeycomb,
no Golden Grams.
Nope. Okay, what drink do you miss the most from America?
I have two. One is Baja Blast, the Mountain Dew that they sell at Taco Bell, and sweet tea, like Southern style sweet tea. What about you? What would you say?
I'd probably say maybe like cranberry ginger ale.
Oh, yes!
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
I mean, they have a lot of fruit flavored drinks here. So we get like peach Fanta and kiwi Fanta and other flavored drinks that we couldn't get. So it's not really a big deal.
Yeah. What is one restaurant that you wish was here in Japan?
One restaurant more than any other. This is gonna sound maybe strange to some people. You're like, really, that place?
Yeah.
Arby's. A beef and cheese sandwich. What's it called? Beef and cheddar?
I kind of just miss like American fast food joints in general. Like even the fast food places here, like McDonald's. We found Taco Bell in Tokyo. They have Krispy Kreme. It's just not the same. It's just different. It's just Japanese.
Is another thing that we miss about restaurants.
Free refills.
If you saw our video from when we went to Taco Bell in Tokyo, it was probably maybe one or two other times that we've been in all the restaurants we've been to in Japan that offer free refills.
Yeah.
Besides water and tea, I mean, you get those. But like soft drinks or juices or something in Japan is not commonly accepted to have free refills. You are at McDonald's or wherever and you take your cup to the dispenser and fill it up. It's just commonplace, but here it's really, really rare. So don't take free refills for granted anymore.
Don't you dare.
Number 6.
Variety. This kind of plays off of the food point, but it's basically just a whole lot of other things about America. Not only is there more variety in like cereals, restaurants, there are so many different types of restaurants. You could get a different cuisine every night of the week and still have so much more to choose from. Not only that, there's just so much diversity, so much multiculturalism. You see people from all different countries, all different backgrounds.
You could probably make that case for Tokyo. Definitely more multicultural, more variety in restaurants and food. But where we live again in Tohoku in northern Japan, it's just not the case.
Yeah.
I guess if you were to compare like Midwest America, Montana or something, you probably could make the same case. But it's something we definitely miss.
Yeah. Number 7.
This is another one that you don't even think about, especially if you're in America. I never thought about it coming here. But movie release dates. In America, when a movie is announced it's going to come out on such and such date, in Japan it typically comes out like 3 months later. One movie that I remember was Beauty and the Beast. Came out, I think, in, was it Christmas or January?
Yeah, it came out like early this year.
Yeah, so it came out in Japan like 3 months later. And the same, what's the other one, Captain Marvel? Or Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange came out. And then it came out here like way later. Like it's already been on like DVD in America and it just came out. The only exception, we did see Star Wars Rogue One. That was an international release date. So unless the movie is an international release, typically comes out in Japan like months later.
And not only that, but I feel like movies stay in theaters much shorter than they do in America.
Yeah.
Like if you want to see a movie, you gotta go like the day that it 2 weeks, like the night it releases, or 2 weeks, or else you've lost your chance. Like I think
quick turnaround.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast is done. I never got to see it.
Number 8.
National parks. This has played like such a big part in our relationship and our marriage, which is, might seem like silly for some people, but we just love the park system. Just the way that they've set up the trails. Visiting the parks is so easy. They're relatively cheap to visit and camp at. And what we've noticed is that parks in Japan, or just like outdoor spaces in Japan, are just really different and not really like
it's not as
visitor friendly.
Yeah. American national parks are just a part of our DNA. It's, as some people have said, it's America's best idea. It's really just an awesome contribution to American society and life.
Yeah.
If you aren't visiting the national parks, get out there, visit your national parks.
Get your national park passport.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
We definitely plan on, when we get back to America, hitting up the national parks ASAP. Numbers 9 and 10 are combined because they're very closely related and tied.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're watching, you probably can guess what these are, at least one of them.
Family and traditions. Of course, we both love our families, so I mean, this is kind of a no-brainer. I mean, who wants to be away from their families for over a year, you know?
Yeah, 16 months since we've been to America. My mom came and visited,
Yeah.
but otherwise she hasn't seen her family.
Yeah. And I'm really close with my parents and grandparents. You know, I'm missing like big milestones. My sister graduated high school and I missed it. I'm not able to be there for her when she goes away to college this fall. So it's been kind of difficult to like see all those awesome things happening at home and you can't be there to experience that with them.
As far as traditions go, I mean, this past Christmas was the first Christmas that either of us had spent away from either of our families. We typically would like trade off Christmases or Thanksgivings.
Yeah.
So celebrating both of those heavily family tradition holidays away from them. And again, a lot of people do it around the world. It's not a big deal, but for us, it was our very first one. And this year again will be like 2 years in a row that we won't have celebrated with our family. I wouldn't describe it as homesick though. You know,
No.
We miss our family, but it's not like we're like, I miss my dad so much. I do miss you, Dad. Don't get me wrong.
It's not like a daily thing, like we wish that we were in America all the time. Like we genuinely enjoy living in Japan and having all these awesome experiences that we get to share with you. But sometimes, you know, when those big holidays come, it kind of hits you hard.
But it'll make us more appreciative and grateful the next Christmas and Thanksgiving when we are.
Yes, definitely. Well, that concludes our list of the 10 things that we miss most about America. If you are an American and you live in a different country, let us know in the comments below what you miss about America. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe because we put out new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.